This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of GenCon preview, where we're kind of looking at the games that I kind of picked out. I used the BGG list. Let's face it, they are the best web. Nobody has a better website than Board Game Geek. Plain simple. I don't think I have to go any further than that. So I took the list and I just picked out a whole bunch of games that I really wanted to look to. If you saw the first part, we ran through a bunch of games. Now I'm going to run through the second part of that, and this doesn't include anything that from Games Workshop or some of the surprises that might happen at Fantasy Flight. I won't know until I get there or I get some inside news. Who's going to give me inside news? But what I'm doing is just going through this list and picking out the things that really stuck in my head that I really want to check out the minute I get to GenCon. So let's keep on going with our list, and like I said, next week we are going to somehow formulate a top 10 list of the games that I want to check out, and I'll count down all the top 10 games I want to check out at GenCon 2018. Without further ado, here we go. Warhammer 40,000. Yes, Heroes of the Black Reach board game. This really looks interesting, and I want to see what this is about. I'm a big Warhammer guy. I love Games Workshop. This isn't from Games Workshop, so I'm kind of interested on how this is all going to play out. Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Now this looks really, really good. It is a card game, and it really looks like it has something there. It has a one-player mode, so I'm kind of curious how this will all turn out. Pocket Mars is a card game, and you know, I seem to be attracted to a lot of card games this year. It's been a big year for card games for me. A lot of things between Eon's End, Shadow Rift, Aventura, Pathfinder. I've been playing a lot of card games, and I've been really enjoying it. So I've been kind of leaning towards this. Pocket Mars looks interesting, so it's something that I really want to add in. Volt. Oh, come on now. Miniatures, battles, death, destruction. This looks really, really, really good, and I definitely want to check Volt out. The minute you put miniatures in it, come on. You know, I paint. You know, I do a lot of painting. I've got to have that. Reckoners. Now this one kind of caught me a little off guard. I don't know enough about it. I saw the cover art. It looks very interesting. It has a one-player mode. It really is something that I really want to check out. You know, one of the things I've noticed is I'm not getting a lot of information as far as war games, but you know, science fiction games, there's a lot of them out there, and a lot of interesting stuff. The Cult of Barnacle Bay. Now this, I love the art that they had on the cover. The miniatures look really good that I saw. This really looks something interesting. You know, we talk about pirate games being, you know, kind of worn out. Well, maybe not so much. This does look very interesting. Minerva is a tile placing game. It really is a beautiful looking game. It's coming out early before GenCon, but I had it included because it's one of those games that I've already basically got ordered from Miniature Market, and I'm looking forward for when it comes here, and it is going to be showcased at GenCon, so you're definitely going to want to check this one. Sharif, a war game card game. You know, person versus person card game. Well, count me in. Western Front? Yeah, okay. I want to check this out. Archmage. Archmage looks really interesting. It was up looking like it was going to come out early, but they are releasing it at GenCon. It's coming out with an expansion. This, you know, Magic Fantasy, I am a sucker for. You might as well just yank me and pull me right in. This the art looks fantastic on this. There's a lot of things going for this, and I definitely want to check this out. This looks like a fantastic game. Role Player, okay, Monsters and Minions, the expansion. Now, I haven't played Role Player, but if Ronnie, you know, does a video for it, I might as well. You might as well just say it's just send it to me. Let's just count it as part of my collection. He did a great job with it. It looks fantastic. I want to see what the expansion is. I'm going to go to GenCon. I'm definitely getting Role Player, and I want to get this expansion to go with it. I want to see how this all plays out. I loved this video, so hey, count me in. You know, it really looks fantastic. And that's all I have so far as the list, as far as the stuff that's coming out. Like I said, I'm going to do some investigation. We'll see what's coming out from Games Workshop. If they're going to be debuting something. Fantasy Flight is always tight-lipped. You know, they may have some previews of Hate and all the other stuff from Cool Mini or not, so that'll be interesting to cover. And then let's not forget, and the reason I do the top 10 games that I'm looking forward to at Gen Con is because when I go there and I find all that little underground stuff that I like to look at, and those little diamonds in the rough, I wonder how my top 10 games of Gen Con will change from the list that I'll do, from the preview that we did, to after Gen Con, when we talk about Gen Con itself and the things that really stood out to me. So I always like doing this and taking a look and formulating and comparing the list afterwards. So just a fun thing that we like to do here at, yes, Rob's Tabletop World. So until next week, when we do our top 10 games that we are looking forward to at Gen Con 2018, it's your old pal Rob, and I will see you soon.